starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everybody from Sweden, from our Haft Slothead Crew live. I probably shouldn't be doing this. I'm basically just like yesterday was starting to feel better from COVID, but we haven't been online for so long, so I felt like I have to to see all you people. Bo is here. So Fast is here as well. Yeah, so that's all good, all fun, and we got some exciting things going on today. I still want to have enough to share that I felt let's go live. Let's talk about all these things. Nico is gone. He's on doing some personal business, but will be back tomorrow. It was an unforeseen thing, so he could not join us. But I think we'll manage. We'll do well. What's new? Well, I've been to the US. I was there for about a week, and that's why I missed last Friday, and then Nico couldn't make it. But I was there in the US, and it was mostly business. But I did have some time to sneak out and do some scavenging, which I don't regret that I did. That was a lot of fun. And Ian is here. Hello, Ian. Welcome. We got Neil is here as well. Awesome, in the chat. And there's some other people lurking in the background. They're also, of course, welcome. Everybody does not have to be active in the chat. In this channel, you can enjoy us just the way you want. Joe, look at you. Taking a long lunch, I guess. I hope so. But in the US, I went to Chicago, and I stayed in one of my favorite parts of Chicago, which is called Bucktown. It's kind of west of Chicago. Just I think Chicagoans still call it downtown, but it's not really downtown. But there I found a couple of interesting places. One by mistake, because it was literally on the same street where my hotel was, and I was just taking an early morning walk, and because you wake up jet lagged, you wake up way too early, and there's no breakfast buffet or anything open yet. So I took a long walk, and I found a store called Throwback Toys on Ashland Avenue, and they had like anything from the past. If you wanted to have a Ghostbusters marshmallow guy, they had it. Any G.I. Joes, all kinds of different versions of G.I. Joes, and what have you. I mean, Flintstone thingies. It was just fantastic. Total mess. I mean, the store, there was stuff everywhere in boxes, and you had to dig around things and to find things. But really, really fun store. So I could have probably spent even more time, and I probably should have, but I couldn't due to reasons. I've been to, Bo mentioned I should have gone to Body Guy's bar. Yeah, I've been there several times since I lived in Chicago for about 3 years. My daughter is actually born in Chicago, and I went to Body Guy's. This is so long ago. I am that old, where I even got to see Buddy Guy himself play and in his bar. So he just came up and jammed with a couple of musicians. Nothing scheduled, nothing. It was just improvised gig. So that was awesome. I mean, if you're into any kind of music, those are the roots. It's just crazy. Oh, there's a store like that in Vegas. Go there every time. Well, so I need to get more details because I'm in Vegas quite often, but I haven't found any good place like that. So I'm gonna next time I go there, I'm gonna ask you where it's at, or maybe do a little bit of better research to find that store. But if you take a pic without his permission, he kicks you out. Well, absolutely, yeah, no, and I think that should go for anyone. I mean, if you want to take a picture of someone, you ask. I mean, it's just respect. It's a respect thing. I think you should always ask for permission, like with anything else. And so, anywho, fun trip. I did get to buy some stuff. One bag got lost, unfortunately, and so there's one Shelby Cobra white kit AMT that's gone. That was one scale, 124 scale, or 125 or something like that. So that's gone. Two 132 scale white kits AMTs are also gone. We'll see. I doubt that they will find them. Oh, well, hello there. We got Fox and Walls. Oh, that's just, you guys, you're amazing. I don't know how you make it every single time, day and night. Well done. Fairmont Street, right by Heart Attack Grill. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at that in Vegas. But so we did get some fun things from there. I will share those in a couple of seconds. I have a little envelope. I finally got the things that one of my Holy Grail stickers that I've been wanting to have, and that is the sticker of Hugh's Garage. And I don't know if most of you saw the chat I had with Hughes and how what kind of role he has played in me getting into the hobby, because I stumbled over one of his videos, and that was kind of the start, and now we're in this mayhem. So I guess I should blame him, but no, it's truly a fun thing. But now finally I got one of his stickers. I'm going to put it on my track, because I know Hughes he does not like to have any, and Eric doesn't like to have any on his track either. I think Eric doesn't like that, the Wild Man. But I like to have them, because every time I'm racing and I see all these stickers, I see all my friends in the slot car world. So that's cool, I think. So what's happening over there? Yeah. What else do we have? Well, let's talk about the stuff that I got in Chicago. I made a couple of, I think, good deals. Let's see if I'm still a little bit COVID thick in my head, so you have to excuse me if I do something wrong. I am going to try to switch camera to this one, and then I can hopefully grab a car and get some focus. Yeah, there we go. Not much light, but I did find this Mustang GTY, and from what I understand, they are launching some GTYs this year, or they did the blue one with the white horse. So this is not, I thought it was a brand new body, but it wasn't. So I've actually found this one. Why is the light so bad? What if I do this? Oh, there we go. Look at that. A really nice car, and I got it for $40, and I think that's it's a digital car. It has the digital chip in there, and I think that's a good price for any slot car. But then, of course, I fear that it's gonna run like a dog. Are you all better now? Well, thank you for asking. It's a little bit better. Getting there. At least now I'm off most of my drugs. Fever is gone, but I'm staying home. I'm quarantining myself just in case I have a new strain of COVID. I took it from the US. That it's not here yet, so I thought it was unnecessary to spread it amongst others. So maybe during the weekend I'll get out again. So this one, I threw the tires. Did a half decent job at truing them. I did grease it up and put some silicone fat on the gears, pinion and the gears. So nothing fancy, but it actually runs really well, better than most of my Mustangs. So kudos for that. That was a nice buy. The second car that I found, again also for $40, and this was at the Throwback Toys, is this guy, a Ferrari FXX. And I'm the newbie here, so of course I haven't seen everything, but the finish on this one is really nice. I didn't even know they had the Ferrari FXX. Really nice. And it looks fast, just like any Ferrari should do. And it came in one of those Carrera officially licensed Ferrari boxes. And also this one is also digital. And for $40, and again, it runs like a dream. It really runs really well. I do know that MP Slot Cars, he has done a full review of this one like 4 years ago. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that. But I did through the tires, greased it up, and nothing else. No weights, no nothing. Kept the magnets in place. And both of these cars run like a dream, which is awesome. So what is it? Finally, my Mazda 767B is on its way. Oh, there we go. Oh, you got the Slothead R18 this week. Ooh, yeah, I haven't bought that one, but I really want it. I got the Peugeot, and I think the Audi R18 will do really well from Slothead. So, and you got the Corvette C7R for a low price. I mean, anything with a low price, I'll take it. So that's always a good thing. They're my big mag fan. Oh, Ian, yeah, he's here. But there's so many other different ways of being a mag fan. I'll show you mag fan. Where is it? I'll show you mag fan. Look at this. See if you can get the focus. Come on. There. Box full of magnets, huh? Look at that. I'm gonna put magnets in every single car everywhere instead of weights. So I'm just gonna put magnets. And while we are on that topic, I was about to take this up later, but I'm gonna do it now. Why do I put magnets on my car? Well, last week there was this Kennedy guy. He had just got some new Lamborghini or one of those fancy cars, and he was driving it on his track, and it was tail fishing like crazy, and he even struggled a little bit in getting it to run properly. And he was going, and he took out off the magnets, of course, first thing. But if you ever seen a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or even a BMW or any race car, more or less, unless it's a drift race car, have you ever seen them tail fishing like that? People saying that, oh, I'm removing the magnets for more realistic drive style. I would buy it if we said it for a more fun drive style. Whatever you think is fun, that's your decision. You can, but don't come and say to me that it's a more realistic driving, because you never see a Lamborghini drifting, fishtailing in every little curve like that, or a Ferrari. They are stuck on the road like an iron that you iron your shirt with. And so it's more realistic to have magnets in them. So I'm going to overload my cars with magnets now. Got that box. Now I got that out of my heart. No, so the price was 20 euros for the Corvette. That's a nice price. Now it's for free. Yeah, free is a good price. And even $20 is a good price. And even I thought I was over Carrera cars. I mean, I have a a set of Carrera cars that I use mainly when my friends come over and race. But and then I use my fancy scale autos and avant slots and sideways and what have you, because I'm such a fancy snob now. But now that I bought these two and I gave them a little bit of love that I could not give in the beginning of my slot car career, because I didn't even know how to tune these things. But now I think I know a little bit better. A little bit better. Do I know everything? No, but I know a little bit better at least. And so I applied my little magic on these two cars, and they were really fun to drive. Now I'm sitting here a little ashamed. I'm actually enjoying Carrera cars. Is there something wrong with me? I don't know. I guess not. I think it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Until they leave the track, there's no. But the Carrera cars are so durable. I mean, they can take a beating. They can take a good beating. Most of my cars have taken a beating. And most of my scale autos and the avant slots and so forth, the fancy cars, I have to super glue them together. But the Carrera cars, they just keep on driving. You might lose a mirror or a wing and so forth. That's all part of the game. But and it's just it's interesting. People can drive their cars whatever way they want, with or without magnets, but don't come and tell me that you're taking out the magnets for a realistic driving, because then you're lying. Or you have lived in a cupboard for all your life and you've never seen a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or any other race car on a track. I mean, it's just, they don't fishtail like that. Seriously. I'm off my soapbox now. I'll calm down. Back to the happy place. Oh, there we go. Got the FXS, XXS, and the GTY. Love them. For a good price, love them even more. What else did we get? Well, I think I should have a camera for that as well. What happens if I do this and this? Here we go. What do we have here? Well, we have a bunch of white kits. We have over here a Camaro, an 06 Camaro. And we have here a Mustang 71, one of those Mach 1, I think they were called Mach 1. And we have a Pontiac Firebird over here. And then we have a modern Ford GT. And then we have a whole bunch of figures. We have the black figures here are figures that I have 3D printed myself. I don't know if I can. What happens if I do something like this? Right, so they're all black. I only had black filament at home, so they got black. And I also have gray figures like over here. And there's one, I can probably spin him around. Yes, I can. One gray figure over here. And I have another 20 or so figures in my grandstand, which is, let's see if I can get it over there. You see all those guys over there. And then there's a bunch over on my workbench where I do all the painting and so forth. And those gray ones are from Magnetic Racing, Ian, and they are absolutely fantastic. I bought a kit with the audience that were sitting in this, because I only had that one grandstand, which is wrong scale. So I do need to get myself, let's see if I remove that one and do this. I need to get a new grandstand, because I can't have a 143 grandstand when I'm running. Everything else is 132. So I've been looking at a few things from Magnetic Racing, but since we have Brexit and we have tariffs, it's just so expensive to bring home things, and you always get that little extra bill from FedEx or whoever the carrier is, and it doesn't really. I think it's about 50% more I have to pay in Sweden when I ship something from UK. So I'm going to plan this, pick out all the good things that I want from Magnetic Racing, and place an order, and I'm going to fly to the UK and pick them up there, one way or the other. It's going to be cheaper and a lot more fun to go to London or to the UK and have some fun over there. Maybe if there's a swap meet or something, I can go to as well, and then I can pick up all the kids. But I need to change up my grandstand. It's one of those priority things. I do have. Let's see how this is going to go. I'm going to switch over to my little. Whoops! Whoa! Calm down. My system is going haywire here. So we have this guy over here. I don't know if you can see my little podium here. This is Magnetic Racing. I did an F1 podium, and these figures as well came from Magnetic Racing. And there's another prize giver, some kind of important person in a costume. He's on the painting bench right now. He's going to be painted. But here's my latest race. You can probably guess the Dutch flag and the guy in Red Bull on third place. That's probably Max Verstappen. Yeah. We have a British guy on second place with a champagne bottle. He's famous for opening his champagne bottle in a very special way when he bangs it on the podium. It's Lando Norris. And then we have a Swedish flag on number one. And then you're all going, what the crap has happened? The COVID has eaten up all his brain cells. But this guy is actually a Swede. And at the point when he was driving, he did have a dress, a racing suit like this with these details, a Texaco Swedish flag and a JPL or JPS, John Player Special logo on his chest. So who could that be? Yeah. That is a Swede that actually had his death day just a couple recently. Since he died on the Italian Grand Prix in 1978, and it's Ronnie Pedersen. Ronnie Pedersen, probably one of the. He was called Super Swede, and he was probably one of the best drivers in the history of. Together with the Sennas and the Schumachers, he's up there, but he never got to win an actual whole world championship. So he died before in a very, very severe pileup, and this is before all the cars were as safe as they are today. So his car split in two and caught on fire. A couple of drivers bravely, ran back and pulled him out of the fire, and he lived for one night, and then he died during surgery because he got a blood clot in his leg, and so that was nasty. But so in honor to him, I have him on the first place on my podium. And that podium kit, by the way, it's pretty awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. But I have all these things that I need to paint. All these figurines and white kits. I got 24 figurines, including those from Magnetic Racing. And I also, maybe you didn't notice, but I do have a new pit wall. The old one was in wrong scale, but now I have a more up to scale pit wall. With a control tower, a little guy waving this flag over here. And they also have these strategy walls. So I did one for Red Bull, and of course the inside, it has chairs and the monitors and everything, and that's where all these black figurines, they will sit in these chairs and do their thing. But the wall itself is, I need to make it gray and concrete and so forth. So I need to paint that. So there'll be a lot of painting. And I figured I can't do that with a brush. That's just ridiculous. So what did I do? Or you do what you normally should do when you need to do something. I bought a paintbrush. Ta-da! Okay, see if we can get it sharp. There we go. So I bought the paintbrush together with a small compressor and I already started painting a little bit with that. I 3D printed, first of all, a little stand where I can keep my airbrush. But then I also, this was made out of white filament. Okay, come on. Where's my focus? World's slowest. There we go. So I painted it black, or airbrushed it black, and then I airbrushed the whites on this little skull, and I think it looks mean. This is awesome. That was my first little paint job. Secondly, I have my little keyboard for my iPad. It was all black and boring, so I did, of course, a Punisher skull on it. So now I'm paintbrushing everything now, which is a lot of fun. But I'll, more importantly, I will paintbrush the white kits and all the figurines and get started with all that. Let's see what we have in the chat. Got the Corvettes and yeah, Gaydon, at Gaydon, pack your bags. I'm gonna go there with an empty bag, but I need to get something before that, so I need to figure something out. Maybe I go to the winter version of the Slot Car Festival. And what? Bo says that those tariffs are illegal. A court decided. Okay, yeah, because Sweden is terrible with tariffs. We get tariffs on everything. Every time if I order something from the US, it costs almost the double. It's crazy. So if people think Trump is bad with his tariffs, come and see our Trump here in Sweden. He is even worse. Bo, I had a Corgi F1 Lotus livery in the 70s. Oh, you wish you'd had it. Yeah, that's a high price item right there. Remember, if you're buying abroad, you get 20% off automatically, which is the UK tax. Yeah, that's true. But like here in Sweden, this is the funny part, is that the tariffs is 20%, but they put tax on the tariff. Welcome to hell. But that's actually what they did. So they put tax on that on top. But it's much more fun to go to the UK. A lot more fun to go there and pick stuff up myself. Then I can, do two things at the same time. I need to go places anyway. Bo, I can't send the package to Wildman because DHL won't deliver any parcels until paperwork, custom relations are cleared. Yeah, it's these custom things can be a hassle, really. Yeah, so yeah, if you're buying several things, you pay the same as you would live in the UK, but you don't get to go to UK. And maybe even if there's an event where you guys are, I want to meet you guys, and that would be even more fun. So, what do we have? This 4 months DHL service. Yeah, I assume German customs can be probably as bad as the Swedish customs in paperwork and stamps and all the whole process. It's just funny. But yeah, like Ian says, any questions, just contact Magnetic Race and they'll solve everything. And I always love getting packages from them. We'll see. If there's nothing fun happening in the UK soon, I will place an order because I have way too many things that I need now. And you keep on coming with more fun stuff. There's always something. Every Saturday when you're sitting there streaming, you keep on announcing new things. It's just not fair. So yeah, gate on early December. That's probably what we need to do. What? So Bo mentioned his disappointment Tuesday night at Marty, and he was blocked by one of the admins, starting a political discussion. Oh well, here, Bo, you're free to say whatever you want. I will not block you, I promise. So you went to the naughty corner. Well, this is the naughty corner. Welcome. We're all about skulls and scary things. Tax on tax. I gotta love the ability to print money. I tell you what, the Swedish government, they know. And when we buy electricity, they put a tax on it, and or a sales tax, and then they put a tax on top on the sales tax. This is a tax on tax. That's just crazy. But yeah. Oh, how long is your track? My track is 17 meters long. Without the little quirk. I have a little chicane that I put in every now and then when I want to mess with my own head. Right now I got 17 meters, a lot of straights. It's a high-speed track, a lot of fun to drive. But I have a chicane that I put in at one of the straights, which disrupts the high speed go, and you actually have to drive the car more, which is a lot of fun. So I put it in, and it's really easy. It's I take 3 straights out and put in 4 R1s in there. So yeah, 17 meters, and it's 17 point something. It gets a little bit longer when I have the little chicane in there. Oh, you should see what I'm working on now. Oh no, don't show me. Tell me well in hand which live stream you're going to announce new things, and I will avoid it because I'm hopeless. I always keep on buying way too many things, but it's so much fun. It's fun to build, and now I got the airbrush. Now I can do all the fancy painting on instead of using spray cans. Spray cans work, but I've noticed the airbrush, ooh, sophisticated. And I forgot to show. I already started with one of the white kits, the GT40. Let's see if I can get the focus on this one. There we go. So you see there's a little bit of flake. It's a metallic flake in there. And I painted the inside all black. And it's so even with the airbrush. It's just unbelievable. It's such nice finish on it. So yeah, I like the airbrush a lot already. And I barely started to use it. So good fun. Or private persons can send packages up to $100 as a gift. Yeah, but business is different. Oh, yes, the door is always open. I live alone here with my cat. Got 2 floors, so there's plenty of room, and there's the track. So there's a lot of fun. Plenty of cars. I passed way over 100 now, and I got all kinds, all different brands. Oh, which cameras are you using? Well, there we go. Well, I'm using this camera here. Is a Sony A7R, A7 Alpha 7 something. This camera over here, which is also a little bit too dark. I set everything too dark today. I don't know why. That's a Canon EOS R5. That's an R5. And then we have this little guy here. This is a Insta360 camera. This is from an Insta360 Go 3S or something like that, which is a really fun camera. Maybe if I switch over, no, I do this. See if I can grab this camera. It's a really it's a size of a like a GoPro, but you have a camera in here which is as big as a thumb, and you can pop this open out, and you can only use this little thumb thing, and you can put it on cars. You can put it on there's a magnet on the backside, so you get a big magnet thingy, and you can put it on the inside of a shirt and just pop it on, and then when you're walking around, and it will record everything. Really, really fun camera. Insta360 Go 3S. I think that's the name of it. Really, really convenient. I use it a lot when I travel and I record stuff for myself. And also the little thumb thing. What I did, I have a little Carrera BMW M3. This is the Letterman car. So this one, it's an Escort. This is a BMW. This is a BMW, clearly. You can see that here. So if I take the chassis off, the poles fit perfectly into my little 3D printed thing here. So I screw this one on here, and I can just use some one of those double sticking tape on here or in the back, and then I can put that little camera on here and just drive around and do first-person view films. And this one is 3D printed. It's available on Thingiverse and so forth. Kind of FPV camera body something, and it fits this little BMW M3 series perfectly, like a glove. And or if you have a regular GoPro, you can use a little bit of rubber band and stick your camera on it and shoot sideways, front, back. A lot of fun. You can get a lot of interesting shots with that. I have done first-person views of my former track and this track as well. Both of them are in here. So that was my camera setup, which we were not supposed to talk about. Then we talked about the GT, the Ford GT that's coming along. I think it's getting close to assemble it soon. And then of course I gotta show this white kit. It was absolutely amazing. I didn't even know this was existing. Looks like this. That's the Camaro body that you see over. No, you don't see it over here, but it's on the thumbnail. You can see it. And so I thought, well, that looks kind of interesting. I haven't seen that one. And when you open it up, you have tons of these small bags with all the chrome parts. And you see here, you have a steel chassis, you have an engine, the tires, wheels, everything in here. And then you can choose if you want to have regular white windows or if you want smoked windows. You had both options in there. More chassis parts like the hood and the back bumper. This will also be painted in the same color. And what else? Here's some axles, steel parts, braids, tons of braids. There's like 10 centimeters of each. Motor holder. And then you got bags full of different types of screws. But I thought that looked kind of funny. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to be, I'm going to paint the car, the Camaro, and then I'm going to take it for a ride. And I'm trying to build it in a way that if I want to have a Camaro body on it, I can do that. If I want to put the Mustang, Mach 1, the 71 Mustang, if I want to put that body on, I can do that. If I want to put, I'm not sure about the GT. GT is too wide, but so I can switch and have different bodies and use the same chassis. Now we'll see. One of them who stood up against the Nazi regime. Yeah, well, that's a very, very strong thing of her to do because it was a massive force. So strong person to fight up against that. And so, yeah, I'm glad that she got her compensating pension for it. And yeah, I need a chassis cars like that. I just cut up a Scaly GTR to hold my GoPro. Yeah, no, it's I can find the links for you if you're interested on exactly which car, and the link to Thingiverse. And I think I have your email. If not, I'll figure it out. So I can send you the links, and you can just 3D print it. It's really, really neat. But it's on Thingiverse. And I think you just go slot cars and then search for camera body, and then it works like a dream. Make sure your filament is dry, though, that you have a dryer the way you dry it, because if you have even slightest moist in it, like we have now today during the summer, it's very humid. These pillars, where you actually put the screws in, you see I already pre-fitted with the screws, they will break unless the filament is really completely dry. They will break off because it gets so brittle with the humidity. So make sure you got plenty of dried filament when you print it out. It's a weak, but that's my second body. And the first one, it was not dried. It was broke off in 2 seconds. We have old Revell kits that we built. Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. You have so much fun stuff, Fox and Wolves. Always, whatever you bring out and you think you find, I mean, I had this. Okay, I'm probably going to beat you on this one. This one you do not have. If you have this Fox and Wolves, I don't know. Then I give up. I honestly give up. But I showed this earlier. I had this brass chassis kit from 1964. I'm going to build that. It's this one is a scale 1/24. So I'm going to get all the axles and bushings and so forth, like slotted stuff. And then I have this scale 1/32. Another, let's see, come on. There we go. Another chassis car parts to do a slot car with. And this is from 1963. So that's going to be a car as well during the winter. And if you have that as well, damn it, Fox and Wolves, I give up. There's got to be something that I can have that you do not have already. Oh, okay, Ian. See you till next time. Thank you for popping by. Really appreciate that. Hey, Jamal from Atlanta. Good to see you. Welcome. And what else do we have? Yeah. There's Jamal. Fox and Wolves, yeah. So that's what we had from the US. A lot of stuff, which is perfect now. Fall is coming, and there's going to be plenty of time indoors to build, paint. I have the whole. How do I do that? Maybe do this. I have this whole pit wall that I need to paint. The fence down here, and then the large fence here, the control tower, and then on the back side there's fences and there floor and so forth. So it's going to be plenty of stuff to airbrush. This one, the strategy depots or the strategy walls, I did those with spray cans. Not so happy with the result. It was a little bit too crude, and that's the reason why I had to go and get myself a little. Let's see. Let's stop this one. Get myself a airbrush, and now I got it. And we'll see what kind of damage we can do with this guy. That's going to be a lot of fun. So far, I like it. I did pay a little bit extra. I didn't buy the cheapest on Amazon, because I've learned that if you pay an extra $1 or $2, you get what you pay for. You get better quality, and everything works awesome with that one. And the same thing goes with anything, basically. I think if you buy too cheap, you have to buy several times in order to get it to work. yeah, that's probably about what I had on this side. Table full of crap. Just so much stuff. But there plenty of projects. Got a couple of cars on their way from Slothead. I just got the message from that one of them was delayed until 2026, but I guess I'll just wait for it. There's some four-wheel drive Audi Quattro, one of those hypercars, where the slot car is as well four-wheel drive, not the old-fashioned one with the strap like that, but actually with cogs and wheels, four-wheel drives. That's gonna be interesting. So there we go. We got Brad is here. That's cool. Jamal and Bo, they're all having a bromance in the chat right now. Well, I guess that works. And I'm still a little bit taken by the COVID. I've had COVID in the past, and it never hit me that hard. But this time, it really knocked me down completely. And it takes a lot to knock me off my socks. But now we're back on track. Fever is gone. Still no taste and a little bit heavy to breathe, but that goes with the territory. We just chug it down and work through it. So unless there are any other questions on my stuff here, I think we covered everything. Plenty of stuff to do, plenty of stuff to airbrush, paint, tune, and hopefully we'll get some time to drive and have some fun with as well. Are you standing on your socks or wearing them? Yeah, Mal, you're funny. Well, I'm a warm-blooded person, so quite often I stand on them rather than wear them. Even during the winter, I can walk around with shorts and barefoot in the snow, but that's just me. I'm a sub-Arctic guy. I like the cold, so I would then go for standing on them and not in them. Okay, Bo, you have a little cold, maybe COVID again? Well, yeah, I've heard it's spreading around a lot. So yeah, do the test. It's always good to know, because then at least you can keep your eyes open for certain symptoms, because sometimes it can hit hard and it can hit less hard. So you have to be careful with that, so nothing else else happens to us, as we are not 18 years old anymore. We are not youngsters. And so yeah, I think that's it. This is going to be one of the shortest lives we've had. We'll make it short and sweet. It was pretty packed with the stuff, and I'm happy to be back after almost 2 weeks. So first, then you need to go walk the dog and so forth. B-Rads had flu, no COVID. It sucked, but it wore me out. Yeah. So any flu will basically. I mean, right now I'm normally a pretty fit guy. I try to stay fit at least. But no, it wore me out completely. So yeah. Oh, Bo, you already had COVID twice this year, man. Yeah, so the vaccine might not take it out completely, but your symptoms are much milder. So I think that's a good thing. So, all right. Well, I'll thank you everybody who came by and visited me on Friday evening. I'm gonna start painting with my little airbrush. I'm gonna start painting. I think cars or figurines. I'll probably do figurines. And get some stuff done. My track is not in good order right now. I need to get it back in order and ready to race, because as soon as I have quarantined myself, I'll invite friends over again and we'll get to play and have fun. So yeah, there we go. Jamal, Bo, B-Rad, Neil, Joe. Yeah. Hey Joe, I never can capture you on Discord. We keep on looking, but I guess we're just on different time schedules. We haven't been talking in a long while, but I'll keep on looking. Maybe this weekend, sometimes we can find some time and chat a little bit. Need to get an update from you as well. What's going on your side? You bought a lot of fun things. HSF. Oh, you just came in time for closing here. We're just closing down. We've gone through a whole bunch of fun stuff, a lot of bargains and white kits and what have you. So, well, with that, let's all have a brilliant, great weekend with staying in the slots, a lot of racing, and playing around with our toys and doing scenery or building white kits or whatever we have in our interest. And we'll see each other in this week's all kinds of lives. I think there will be some fun lives over the weekend. If nothing else, it's going to be, there's always Sunday with Pete. But I guess, isn't it time for the tunes? The cartoons? No, that was last week. Just hard with these. But anyway, thank you so much for coming by and letting me ramble a little bit and share some of my fun stuff over here and ramble about magnets. Of course, I apologize for that, but I will stand on my soapbox and do that. So with that, guys, thank you so much, and until next week, or in the chat earlier, if it's on Marty's Two Line Tuesdays or Pete's Track Fans Show, etc. We'll see each other out there. Okay, thank you so much.